Hi there, it's Carol. Welcome to our project number 4 Pansy Patch class. This is a happy birthday card, and we'll be doing lots of die cutting and just a little bit of stamping. So let's grab our kits. So here's our kit. These are extra that we'll be using for our leftover classes with our leftovers. So preserve all your leftover paper and DSP and stuff, so you'll have what you need to do our 2 leftover classes. And you can always check out my website, www.carolbcrafts.com, to see what current create kit or class kit I'm offering as my customer reward for your purchase, your qualifying purchase using my current host code, which also can be found on my website. Now in here are 3 of the smallest pearls, and then our 2 labels. You only need the 1, but I always give you 2 just in case. So we'll set those aside for now. Let's see, this is your card base, 8.5 by 5.5. So let's bring in our trimmer and score this at 4 1/4. So there's our 4 1/4, and score it with our scoring blade. Fold it away, and then we're going to use our bone folder to crease that fold. Awesome. And you can look at your PDF and follow along. We should have a piece of Whisper White. These are all 4 1/4 by 5.5, except for these. These are 4 1/4 by 2 3/4, basically a half a sheet of a quarter. So let's grab one of our basic whites, and we're going to make this 3 3/4 by 5 for the inside. And then what else do we need? Going to get some of our soft succulent, which is beautiful green here. And we're going to cut it at 4 1/8, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Just a little bit smaller. That's going to go behind our sentiment here. No, that's going to go on the front. We need another one to go behind our sentiment, which will be 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, that's going to go behind our sentiment like that, and that's going to go on our front. Let's see. Now, pre-cut for you is Melon Mambo. Is that Melon Mambo? No, this is pink, polished pink. The Melon Bombo is the darker. So these are all pre-cut for you, but you have the polished pink, soft succulent, it's a lighter green. You have basic white. You have fresh freesia. You have Melon Mambo. Where is the Melon Mambo? That's did I not give you Melon Mambo? I think I might have given you polished pink by mistake, but we can work with that. We have Blackberry Bliss, Daffodil Delight, and Evening Evergreen. Okay, so I checked the kits that I had left. In the kits, I did give you Melon Mambo, which is a darker pink. It was just in my my demo kit that I put the wrong color in. So you should have a darker pink, which is the Melon Mambo. All right, and then for our DSP, we're going to cut this with the flowers going vertical. We're going to cut a piece that is 3 by 5 1/4. So 3 by 5 1/4. And then this piece, we're going to use the opposite side. We're going to cut that at 1 1/8. So 1 1/8. By 5 1/4 also. So 5 1/4. And then you'll be keeping these for our leftover projects here, okay? So that's our DSP, and I think that's all of our cutting, so we can put our trimmer away. Now we're going to do some stamping. We'll do our smaller piece of basic white that we cut, and we're going to get our labels. We probably only need the one, but it's good to have the others just in case. Get our Stamparatus out. Here we go. And we're going to use Melon Mambo. So I'll just grab a random one to go underneath my 4 by 6 window sheet. Get our stamps. And we're going to need Happy Birthday. And we're going to need Wishing You a Little Extra Happiness. We'll start with our Happy Birthday. Put it down here in the bottom left corner. It wants to stick to that plastic, so keep that plastic in the corner. Find our Melon Mambo, ink that up, and bring in our label. Now I have, keep this in my drawer, a piece of scratch paper that I have put just a little bit of Stampin' Seal on so that I can slide that underneath here and line it up. Happy Birthday. It is a tight fit, but it fits nonetheless. Okay. Ink up my stamp again with my beautiful Melon Mambo. And I want that again just so it's nice and rich. Okay. Yeah, that's so much better. That second stamping just makes it so bright and pop. Okay, so we got our Happy Birthday. Now we're going to get the inside, and I'm going to twist this off. Clean off our plastic so we can stamp the other image on it. Wishing You a Little Extra Happiness. Put that back in the corner. And stamp. I'm going to bring in that piece of 3 3/4 by 5 basic white, and this is going to go in the center. So line that up in the center and put our magnets in place. Ink up our stamp. Awesome. Gorgeous. Okay, clean that stamp off. And clean off our plastic. And this is ready to go on our card. Let's put our stamps away. So we're done with our stamping. Now we're going to do some die cutting, and let's bring in our dies. So these are the dies that we're going to use today. So I'm going to suggest that I'm going to go ahead and do the die cutting, and that way you can see what I die cut, and then you can do your die cutting. You can pause the video and do your die cutting. And that way you won't have to watch me die cut all of these. Okay, so let me do that, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so I'm done with my die cutting. So I did I die cut one, three of them cut at the same time of the Daffodil Delight. I did 3 of the white bases, 2 Melon Mambo, and 1 Blackberry Bliss centers. I did 2 Fresh Freesia and petals and 1 like outline. Then 4 polished pink petals and 2 outlines. 3 of the larger leaf in soft succulent, and 3 of the larger leaf detail in evening evergreen. So that's what you need to do. Pause the video, and then I'll be back to put our card together. So we're going to put one of our pansies together and show you how it's done. And these go here. These go here. This goes here. And then each one of these gets a yellow center. Then our leaves, they go like that. All right. So I'm going to start with my glue. And I'm going to just on the back do little dots of glue. This is like we did in our project 3. Very similar. Okay, so you can see my little dots of glue there, and that's going to go around the edge of the white. It's so pretty together, the white and that polished pink, and you want to make sure that the white doesn't stick out on the edges. All right, so there's our that, and then this is going to go in the center. We're going to put 4 just like before. 1, 2, 3, 4. But just in case you didn't do number 3 yet, you can see That's going to go right here. Hold it down till it's firm. And then in the center, I'm going to put a little dot of glue there. And that's where my Daffodil Delight center is going to go. I'm going to get a glue dot and put behind one of these. And then it's going to go on top, kind of like right there. And then this will be our pansy. But to put this together, I'm going to get a mini dimensional and put it right here. And then I'm going to set this on top. Right there, like that. Okay, so that one's ready. And then I'll do one of the leaves too. So I'm just going to put some glue, little dots of glue along the edges of my leaf. And you can see that, and then I'm just gonna match them up with the edges. And then I have that. So you'll go ahead and pause again and put all of your flowers together, and then we'll be back to put our card together. Okay, I have my pansies done, and we're ready to put our card together. So we're going to bring in our card base and put our larger piece of soft succulent on the front. There's just a 1/16 of an inch all around. Then we're going to put this, and you know, I think I used glue because I wanted to be sure to get this in place. But you can use your Stampin' Seal if you want. This was a little bit harder to get in place, so I used glue instead. Okay, and then this is going to go on top of that. And I probably could use Stampin' Seal for that, but I'm going to use glue for it because I can. And I'm going to put that right here. If anything oozes off the side here, I'm not worried because it's going to be covered up by pansies. Okay, so our pansies are going to go, let's see, I'll bring my card in. Our pansies are going to go pansy, pink, fresh freesia, and pink. Our leaves are going to go here, and here, and here. And then our happy birthday is going to go here. So I might just go ahead and put my happy birthday down so that I make sure I have plenty of room. And I used double. I used the larger dimensionals. I can't think of the name of them. And doubled them up. So I put one on top of the other so that there's actually two there. Okay. So I know that's going to go here. And it's going to go to the edge. There. Awesome. So now I can do my flowers and not worry too much about not having room for my sentiment. So my flowers got a little bit out of place, so I'm going to put them back in order here. They overlap just a bit. So I think I'll start by doing my leaves. And if you remember, when we did our leaves before, we put a small dimensional at the tip, and then we put a stamp, one of these glue dots at the base, like that. So dimensional glue dot, and it's going to go kind of right here. And then this one, same thing, small dimensional glue dot. It's going to go right there. And then this one, small dimensional glue dot, is going to go, well, I'm thinking this flower is going to be about right there, so it's going to go right there. Now these pansies I'm going to put on with small dimensionals. I'm going to put 3 in the back. And I'm going to put a glue dot down here at the bottom. That way that they'll have good dimension. So it's going to go right there. Whoops. Kind of touching the edge here and the edge there. And then this one is going to go here. Same thing. 3 of these mini dimensionals. I'm trying to stay in camera. And then a glue dot at the bottom. It's going to go right about there. And then this one, same thing. Glue dot at the bottom. It's going to go right there. All right, there is our pansies. So all we have left now to do is to do this inside. I've got these dimensional backs everywhere. So we're going to put the back, do the inside. We're going to put our sentiment on the soft succulent, and then put that on the inside of our card. It's a little crooked. Thank goodness it didn't go down all the way. There we go. And we have our 3 of the smallest pearl basic jewels that we can put on the sentiment. So I'm going to put one here in the center on the edge, and then these two are just going to kind of go in this corner up here, a little bit of a angle. Okay, and it's going to go right there so you can see how that looks. All right, that is our card. Thank you for taking my Pansy Patch class, Earning the Kit. Be sure to check out my website, www.carolbcrafts.com, to see what current kit I'm offering with a qualifying purchase. Thanks for watching. Bye now.